Hello everyone, my name is Jordan and welcome to my channel. In this channel, I'll be showing you my journey as an artist, so if that's of interest to you and you would like to follow me along this journey, please feel free to subscribe. So in this video, I'll be showing you my AP studio art portfolio. So starting with the written evidence section, everybody needs to write a written evidence section that explains the meanings of your works. They asked, identify the inquiry that guided your sustained investigation. And in my response, I wrote, in my sustained investigation, I concentrated on elucidating the influence of color on emotional perception. By strategically employing contrasting colors alongside the gray figures in my compositions, I aimed to imbue deeper emotional resonance. Throughout my portfolio, I meticulously examined how particular hues elicit varied emotional responses from viewers. And they asked, describe ways your sustained investigation developed through practice, experimentation, and revision. My sustained investigation was cultivated through deliberate practice, systematic experimentation, and rigorous revision, leveraging a diverse range of mediums in my artistic endeavors. I examined the nuanced impact of various mediums on the interpretation and emotional resonance of my creations. This is exemplified by my utilization of oil pastels to imbue one piece with a gentle and luminous ambiance, contrasted with the application of charcoal in another to evoke a stark and profound tone. First, we're gonna get started with image number 1. This is actually a triptych that I've made, and this one is my favorite piece because it has the closest connection to me. It's a picture of me. I feel like it really just shows how art makes me feel inside, because every time I work on a piece of art, I just get in my flow state and I have feelings of just peace and tranquility and all of that. And that's the reason why I used the orange colors in the background, because I wanted to give feelings of warmth, and the flowers to show peace, and the vines to just show natural, just a sense of naturalness. So the inspiration for this piece was actually one of Kehinde Wiley's pieces called Sleep. I believe it's called Sleep. I'm gonna show it on the screen right here. But this piece really influenced me in a way because I like Kehinde Wiley's pieces that he makes, because he's an African-American artist and I feel like I really resonate with him. And the piece was just beautiful. Like, he makes huge pieces and I've always wanted to make pieces just like his. So the height is 20 inches and for the width it's 45 inches. In the piece I used oil pastel, acrylic, and colored pencil on illustration board. This one took me a really long time to make because of all of the planning. The planning was the hardest part, the undersketch, and because working with the 3 different boards instead of just one straight piece of illustration board or paper was very hard because I had to align everything perfectly or else everything wouldn't look right. Like, one leg would be higher than the other and it just wouldn't be right. So that's image number 1. This one I call Hidden. I use varnish on top, so that's why it's shiny and this has a glare. I use oil pastels. No, not oil pastel. I use oil paints, sorry. Yeah, it's a picture of my sister and my little sister, and I put my hands on top of her eyes because me as an older brother, I'm just naturally a protector over her and I always want to keep her safe. So I feel like this work really demonstrated that and my feelings towards her. And I used the blue stripe just show like feelings of, because blue has feelings of like fear and sadness and all of that. So I felt like the blue really just highlighted that and it really made the piece stand out more than just the gray and the black. This one I call Freedom. It's a picture of me and I use oil pastels for the background and I used Prismacolors for the chains and the flowers and the hair. It has a mask over my eyes and chains over my arms and it's in the clouds. It's 25 inches by 19 inches and this piece can have a lot of different meanings. depending on how you look at it, I wanted to just create a juxtaposition of the two different sides between freedom and feeling trapped. So on to the next piece. This is one of my personal favorites. This one I call Fear. It's in a frame because I was very blessed to get it into an art contest. Let me show it without the glare. This is it. The subject is my classmate, and I wanted to show how our minds can really play games with us with fear, and that's what the arms, the hands surrounding her really show. And it's supposed to demonstrate how fear can really just be in our minds when it's not something that's external of us. It depends on how you look at a certain situation. This one, it took me, I'd say about 30 hours of work. I used colored pencil on it, and I really just like the outcome of it, because in the eyes I really showed the emotion of fear and how strong of an emotion it is in our lives. For piece number 5, I currently don't have it with me right now. It's a picture of my teacher. It's 13 inches by 24 inches. And for this piece, I just aim to show the feeling of darkness, because all of my works I just aim to really highlight one feeling and how colors can really affect the feeling, really how colors really strengthen our emotions that we feel. Because in my works I really aim to make the viewer feel the emotion that I'm trying to show, and I use Prismacolor, graphite, and marker on paper. Gave it to him as a gift, and he really liked this, so that made me really happy. On to picture number 7. This one is a picture of my classmate as well, and this piece I showed sadness. Here's a close-up so you can see the tears in her eyes and all of that. I used the blue to show sadness in the piece, and for the vignette I use charcoal. I use marker for the background. I use charcoal for the geometric shapes inside. And this one is 18 inches by 11 inches. I use charcoal, marker, and graphite on paper. And yeah, that's piece number 7 or 6, I think. Yeah. So on to my next image, image number 8. This one is one of my teachers as well. This one is my art teacher. She really liked it. I gave it to her. I don't have it with me right now. It's 17 inches by 12 inches. I use colored pencil, watercolor, and marker on illustration board. So now for my next image. This was my first image that I made of the year. It's right here. This is my first image I made of the school year, and you can really see how much bigger my works get over the year, because I really just like to make big pieces, because those are the ones that really show the emotion. Those are the ones that really have the biggest impact on the viewers. So yeah, this is 14 inches by 12 inches. I used Prismacolor and graphite. Yeah, I'm really just demonstrating the skull and the face with the clock. It really can just show death or stuff like that. So on to the next image, image number 10. This one is a picture of hands wrapped around by a snake. The snake really just demonstrates the expectations of society, because they can really tighten their grip on us, and people at times cannot feel free to be who they want in their own skin. So I felt like this kind of related to me as an artist, because society's expectations on people are very, they can change day by day and they can become very tight on our grip. So it just demonstrates people constantly changing just to fit into the expectations of society. This one is 15 inches by 11 inches. I use colored pencil and marker on paper for this one. And now on to the next image, image number 11. This one is, I believe is my last image that I made. Yeah, this one is one of my teachers as well. You can see a common trend between the subjects of my pieces. This one I use charcoal. It's 14 inches by 10 inches. I use graphite as well. And I tried to make a yin and yang with the pattern of the flowers to show like balance of life. So I drew a portrait of her on both sides to be like the yin and yang and all that. But so this is the rundown of my AP portfolio. I really hope I get a good score. Fingers crossed. I'll let you guys know what I get on the score. The score should come out in a couple of days, I think early July. So by then I'll make an update video and I'll let you guys know how I did. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you could learn something or at least see and enjoy some of my artworks, because art really means a lot to me and I really just want to change the world throughout my art, and I want to inspire a new generation of people to chase their dreams. So once again, if you would like to join me along my journey as an artist, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.